Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Bob's and Angels Factorio. I have put in enough stuff to get this kind of depot operational to the point where I need it, which is pretty much just to get Saphirite in right now. We've got some kind of parking bays for each of the offload stations, so we can get like maximum of like 4 trains per material that is going to be coming into this depot. For the time being, Saphirite is the one thing that we need to worry about. It's what we've completely run out of, and we've got a deposit down here. It's got an infinite yield thing as well, so when we eventually start getting kind of the petrochem stuff up and running and we get sulfuric acid, we can have an infinite supply of the stuff. The only thing that's going to hold us back on that is then going to be the speed at which we can get it out of the ground, but we can get upgrades to the miners and modules and all that sort of stuff. So I've put in the basics for where our main line is going to be running. I need to get my rails blueprints. That's the wrong one. That's smelting. And I need the straight line stuff. So we're going to start from about here. I reckon if I can get that, I want that. I just want to get things to kind of line up nicely, and we'll let the bots go about filling everything in. I'm just going to take this over this way until we get to a point where we need to diverge and start putting junctions in so that we can send trains off any which way we fancy. It should work rather nicely. I should put this blueprint down on my, well, the book down on my bar. I'm going to end up with loads of bloody blueprints for Bob's Mod stuff at this rate, just for this map. And yeah, down we go. Start heading south. I've got a fair number of supplies I should be able to manage with all this stuff. It would also be good to get some lights along all of this. But I think we already want to head over to the east. I also need to connect power up to the actual main line, don't I? Would help. Who'd have known there'd be so many trees to clear out from all this? I should start dumping this stuff down in the boxes by... Where are the greenhouses? Oh, they're all up here. Oh, I've not set them up the way I know I have been for other things. Okay. Never mind, I'll go and fix that at some point. We've still got a lot of stuff that needs... I've been playing a lot in my spare time. Mostly trying to figure out the scale of the builds that I'm going to need to go with, because it's an awful lot. And I want to try and go into this kind of... at least semi-prepared for what I'm going to be building. Because a lot of stuff in this just gets ridiculous. Especially when it comes down to the petrochem stuff. Like, I've been trying to work out a build for plastic, just to get 2 belts of plastic, and the amount of machines that you need for it is unreal. Absolutely unreal. But okay, brought that line out as far as I need it, so let's get a rails out. Nothing to do with laces, just rails. There should be enough space for... actually, it might not be. Let's tear that up. Do it again. Okay, I haven't got a loading station, have I? No. Okay, that I don't mind building. That's not going to be too bad. Let's get to putting this stuff in. What do I need for more fast inserters? I need iron. Ooh, that might be asking a lot. That certainly is asking a lot right now. Oh god, this thing's filling up with copper, and I am really lacking in iron. If only I could get back down there. Right, actually, I do have a connected line here. I'm going to make all these chests, actually, just so I can get them in place. And we'll put some lights in, just for the shits and giggles. Connect some power up so that when we eventually come back, we'll have some power over here. And yeah, I'm going to need to pinch some steel as well. That'll do it. Let's finish this rail, and we'll call this Saphirite 1. And we should also drop the resource monitor on this, so you guys can see this in action. Wait for it to register. Come on. There we go. Right, now it gives me a little thing up here. It's cool. It calls the site E581. It just gives it a random number. But I can go and spy on it, and then I can give it a name. So I can rename it Saphirite 1. Do it. And then that will keep track... The fuck? Oh, right. I need to exit that. That will keep track of how much is left in the patch as far as percentage goes, how much actual ore is there. So it's 823,192. I think, yeah, that's just in the regular stuff, not taking into consideration the infinite, because it's infinite. But I need to bring the train over. Oh, I also need to finish these rails. But let's just get you... Let's tell you to go to Saphirite 1 until inventory full. Yeah, you can't make it there at the moment because there's no path. Right, you should be on your way now. Yeah, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Here we go. It's on its way. I've got some miners. I'm probably just going to go straight for the Mark IIs because they'll just mine everything out of the ground quicker. And then when we inevitably start bringing sulfuric acid over, I'll probably have to rebuild the station to... It's one thing I like about these mods as well, is the trains get little horns. So, away we go. Take me back to the base. It's nice to get rails up and running. It's nice to have a train on the tracks, even if it's, like, not really doing much. Oh yeah, let's put these chests in. Chests, please, not belts, chests. Do you know what chests are? Oh, I'm out of chests, that's why. Fucking help, wouldn't it? I also need a shitload of fast inserters for this station as well. Right, let's turn the bots off just so that they don't try and install anything else. Go grab some... Oh, actually, no, you can clear up some miners for me. So I'm sure there are going to be more down here that need to be cleared away. All of the rubites and... Oh, the rubite's backed up, the bobmonium hasn't. And where's my chest full of crap? So I've got more of those that I don't need. And... I do want... just a wooden chest here. You are to load wood from this chest onto the belt. Oh, actually, with these... one of these iron belts is starting to back up, so... maybe some of these are going to be getting... oh no, they won't, because there's a splitter. We need this top belt to back up as well. But one thing I've been finding with my current ongoing games off camera is that I'm just getting overloaded with copper and not iron. It seems really difficult. Like, the game really wants you to get overloaded with copper. And from what I've been working out so far as my builds go, not a lot of stuff has been requiring a lot of copper. It's quite frustrating. Because you get kind of stonewalled by things like the kind of, you know, getting to the tier 3 science, which involves a lot of faffing around with petrochem. But I've got like a crushed stone I might want to try and get rid of. You can go in there. Regular stone, you can go in there. And yeah, I'll keep the rest of this stuff. Oh, yeah, Mark II miners. I want to go and swap some of these Mark 1s over for the Mark 2s. And got slag. Fuck you, slag. Go in there. tin and nickel have backed up, so we're not getting any more rubite and bodmonium crushing going on, I don't think. Yeah, you're backed up on nickel, you're backed up on tin, but we're still mining bodmonium out the ground, which is alright. These things are going like the fucking clappers. Let's put these Mark 1... Oh no, those are Mark 2 drills. I want those. Yeah, let's just get me up to 100 for what that's worth. I'm not sure if that's going to work out in my favour or not. And I don't need any of that, so I'm okay. I might want some red belt, because I get the feeling that I'm going to be... You know, the speed of these miners is going to need red belts. I'll take a stack of the undergrounds and a stack of the splitters, and I can probably let you get back to production just so you can restock on all that stuff. Means I'm royally fucking the iron supply again, but I've got the materials that I need to get all of this stuff up and running. Got loads of power lines. I think I've got enough belts. See how we get on. I can always long reach back over here and pick up more stuff if needed. I've got a radar, so I can keep an eye on things. Right, let's get back over to Saphirite 1. I think this Styrotite's going to be out by the time we finish this episode as well. Which is no problem. I'm probably not going to be keeping much of a Styrotite supply for a while. So just burning through all of that is going to be fine as far as I'm concerned. And connection. Connection. Good. Okay. To Saphirite 1, please. I really do like that noise. And I should have enough inserters now to fill out all of this. Marvellous. Okay. I need to sort out a blueprint for all of this. I want to keep things as compact as possible, so I'm going to be using underground belts for a lot of it. So I'm going to do something like this. And that should keep things going quite nicely. So let's get rid of you. Let's use you as my blueprint. And we'll delete that. Come on, bots. Thank you. Okay. Not a whole lot of miners, in actuality, and only 3 lanes of ores. So I need a 3 to 8 balancer. Have I got one of them? I bloody well should do. I want to downgrade the all of the blueprints, because they're written out in blue belt. So I want to just downgrade those to red belt for now. Bloop bloop. Lovely. Okay, 3 to 8. That's a weird looking blueprint. But okay, I will work with it. And I think from here, yeah, I'll just make this. Once it's gone through the balancer, I think it can just translate back into yellow belt. Should be fine. Okay, let's put down a radar so we can keep an eye on things over here. And let's connect up the miners. Right, now, the majority, all of these ones here that have got the piping over them, you'll see the ones in the middle aren't operating. Because the first thing they're trying to dig out the ground is some of the infinite ore. And all of these ones with the pipes on are eventually just going to stop working because they're going to hit a patch of the, or they're going to try and mine a patch of the infinite ore, and it's just not going to work. So, yeah, like, honestly, like, you know, we've got whatever it is, 820k in the ground. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get all of that out until we start bringing sulfuric acid over. But these belts are backing up, or these belts coming out of the mining field are completely condensed, which is a good sign. The throughput coming back out of it is not great, but we're downgrading to yellow belt, so it's fine. And yeah, train's loading up rather nicely. Ooh yeah, rather pleased with that. So while this stuff's just getting itself out of the ground, I want to be looking at iron ore recipes, ways of getting iron ore. Because what we're currently doing is crushed saphirite ore sorting. We crush the saphirite, and we sort that, and we get slag, iron ore, copper ore. Probably going to be doing that for quite a while, but lots of these various ore types give us the same sort of thing. So we get 2 iron from crushing saphirite and sorting it, jivolite, or jivolite, however you pronounce it, and then we get half of it from, or half that from Steratite and Cretinium, which are other ores that those basically have the opposite effect. They've got 2 copper, 1 iron. There's ferrous ore sorting, which gives us 2 iron and 2 manganese, which is used for making manganese ingot, which makes manganese plate, I'm assuming. But we want iron. That's the one we're looking for. Then we go up to chunks, which is like a further processing stage. But that gives us iron, copper, silicon, and nickel, which is an interesting thing. And then there's ferrous powder sorting. There's only one way I know of, I think, to just get pure iron ore, and that is by running a sorter, I think. Sorting facility with mineral catalysts and crushed saphirite and crushed jivolite. Now, I haven't got access to jivolite yet, I don't think. That's bobmonium. I don't know where... have I spotted any jivolite? There's lots of bobmonium everywhere. Jivolite's kind of just a pure yellow. But I haven't seen any yet, so... going to be waiting for a while before we get any of that out of the ground. But this is also pumping out a hell of a lot of pollution, so I'm going to need to keep an eye out for biters. Now that we're starting to head out into the sticks, we've got some bugs here, there, and everywhere. How are you getting on with your loading? Not too bad. Okay, this train is nearly loaded, so I'm just going to take it back to the depot so that we can unload this saphirite, and then the train can just run back and forth doing its stuff. I'm going to need to load in a fuel line, but that's not a big problem. But let's just get this saphirite unloaded. And put some lights in around the station as well, because it's a bit dim over here. Oh, look at that. Have I got inserted stack size bonus yet? I don't. I should probably get that. But these trains are going to be transporting an awful lot of materials, which is going to be great. This is going to load up to a maximum of 153,000, which ain't bad. And then we can get a buttload more in the... I'm still using the buttload terminology. I don't know, I quite like it. But now what we need to do is we need to scale up the sorting of all of this. And I might actually just break this off for now as a fuel line for the trains. Can I do any more as far as like any other research that I think is going to be helpful right now? Military 2 is going to be helpful. Gun turret damage could be better. I should go for military 2 so I can start getting we can start making efforts to get the military science in production. Fuck me, that was quick. Oh yeah, Mark II turrets. Those are a definite thing that I'll need. Okay, so the first thing that we need to worry about is large-scale sorting or large-scale crushing. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put all of this stuff. So let's have a look at where we've got things for smelting currently. Okay, I think the way I'm going to redirect things is all of the sorting and crushing is going to take place over here. So what I need... Have I got them in this blueprint book? Because I have been using multiple blueprint books for absolutely fucking everything and updating various ones as I go. I think this has got a lot of the stuff that I need to be using. But this is essentially what I'm going to be going with, so... Okay, so this is what we've been using for, like, our sorter. This would give us the 2 materials that we need, 2 material types. But we need to go a little bigger on the scale for that, so... There we go! Oh, man, this is what we're going to be working with. So, I'm going to bring this all the way over here, because we're going to need to get... this, again, I think is only going to be a temporary thing, but this is so that we can work with the crushed Saphirite setup. Let's get some belt, because I'm running out. And... oh, yeah, we really need to fix this iron supply. So, let's just bring some belt over. And... let's figure out what stuff we need. So we need 2 belts there. We need another 4 belts there. 4 belts there for the tin and lead. I'm probably going to need some more like that. So eventually this is just going to be a monstrous fucking construct. But we also need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for the crushed ores. So, here is a roundabouts where we're going to actually make a start on building this setup. Have I got more termites? I don't. I don't care about keeping any of these trees, so they're all just going to get eaten. But we're going to take this. I'm going to bring it to, say, around about here. And bots, you can just start putting stuff in. Oh, yeah, you can have... Once trees are marked for deconstruction, termites aren't going to pick them up, which is annoying. So I should clear all these out first, before I do anything else. And now I could use some of the stuff that I've got in this chest over here. So I can grab all of it. I can't... well, yeah, I can carry all of it, which is good. Wood can go in there. And I need more belt. This is where things are going to start getting tricky with materials. I'm also completely out of undergrounds and splitters. Oh man, I hope I've got the supplies to be able to make all of this. Again, out of undergrounds. Ugh. Okay, but these belts here, these are going to be for the crushed Saphirite. So they're going to be coming in around about there. And then these ones will be coming down this way, going underground, and then coming in on this side. So, to about there, I think. And then we go, yeah. So, Saphirite will come in, or crushed Saphirite will come in, be sorted. One of this top output is going to be for iron, I think. Yep. And then bottom one for copper. What's most likely going to happen is that, because we're not going to be using a huge amount of copper, I'm going to be coming along to periodically destroy these silos. Wasting the materials is kind of neither here nor there, because it's going to back up production and be a problem. I can't be dealing with that. So, right, now what we need to do is we need to set out 1, 6 there, and also want belt there, or row of belts there for exporting crushed stone. I may even make that Do I want to make it 2 belts? Is it worth doing 2 rows worth? I don't know. We do need belts going the other way, so that we can bring in the raw ore. No. You see the scale that we're working with? It's insane. It's absolutely monstrous. I think that's the fun of Bob's mods. You know, I say I think. I'm not entirely sure. But let's find our topmost. So, say, Critinium, Givolite, Bobmonium, Rubite, Sterotite, Saphirite will go there. And we'll bring this row all the way up. Run out a belt while I'm doing so. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be struggling for resources. But from that, we need to take... you're a station. We need this. This is our 4-lane crusher. This will take 4 lanes of raw ore. And in fact, what I could do... I could just mirror the... what happened to my... There's my belt brush blueprint. If you come up this way... Go like that. And that can be what we bring in. That can be like the furthest one in for where we bring in ores. A lot of this is going to have to be landfilled, which is going to be a problem if I need to put in more power. But there should be enough along this eastern bank for me to be able to put in more stuff. So we'll give you a break there of about that. And 2, 3, 4. Go to about there. And that should do nicely. So, now I've got splitters to do all of this stuff. You put all of those in. Oh, dear. I've got all the crushers in. I'm just missing everything else that I need. So, we're going to have our Saphirite come in on this line. And come down there. If I can try and get the framework in, even just with the blueprints, then that's going to be something. Now let's find where... Actually, let's get all of these trees torn down, because they don't need to be here. And let's find where our ore lines are going to be coming through. Ooh, that pollution cloud is heading out over that lake, and I don't know what's on the other side. But there's probably going to be bugs. So we need to keep a watchful eye over there. Right, for right now, what I'm trying to do, while I have to wrap this episode up soon, I'm just trying to get the... I want to try and get the basic framework for the Saphirite in place. I don't know why these belt brushes do this. Like, I don't know why it's not putting in that one line. It's always really weird. It always plays around a bit odd at times. But okay, that's going to be the Saphirite line from the station to the crushers. And then all that's going to need to be done is belt the crushed Saphirite down into the sorters, and then we can actually get some iron back on the line. Oh my word, it would be glorious. But with the slow trickle of iron that is currently coming through all of this, it's unbearable. It is proven to be really fucking slow. I'm not entirely sure on how I can fix that. Short of emptying my inventory and... What the hell happened there? Oh, was that termites? That might have been, as long as there's not a rogue biter just wandering around picking up my bloody belts. Yeah, short of picking up the materials manually and just transporting them to the crushers and sorters and everything, I don't know how I'm going to speed this process up. And I have to keep pinching inserters for making loaders and all that sort of stuff with, which is a pain in the arse. Oh, this is going so slowly. Okay, I am out of time. I'm coming up to my hour for today. I was hoping to try and get some iron production back in motion. You know, some decent iron production at the very least. But as it currently stands, I mean, I don't know, I've got a lot of belt here that I'm not using. What I'm going to do is I am going to get all of this stuff connected up off camera. I'm going to get things to a state where we're actually producing things. So that by the time we get round to things on the next episode, we can start looking at the next stages of production. Whatever that may end up being, I'm not entirely sure on what my next stage of production is going to be at the moment, because this has been the priority for so damn long. But I can recycle these belts here, so I'm going to do that. Because none of this is going to be needed once we start transitioning over into the kind of higher level production. It would be nice if there were some underground belts that I could salvage from all this, but regular belt will do. It's better than nothing. It means I can get the ores transported over from the station at the very least. Yeah, that's a good few hundred belts right there. Okay, I'm going to just run around areas, pick up some mod miners, and go and lay down this this belt. Clear up some of this stuff. That Saphirite is going to be gone very soon. Rather pleased with that. These are all Mark II miners, so they're not going to go any quicker for the time being. Well, I think I will wrap this episode up here. You know, it was a fair amount of progress. Got the first off-site mining operation up and running, which is, you know, pretty damn good. I'm also going to try and get as much of this belt in place as possible. Just let the nanobots do their thing and I'll fill in the missing line. But yeah, first off-site mining up and running, and we've got a train on the tracks running back and forth, delivering all this glorious ore. By the time the next episode rolls around, we should have iron production up and running again. I'm hoping that I will get this sorted in no short order. It might just mean waiting around for a lot of stuff to happen and, you know, get the actual production of resources, even if it's just a trickle. But by the time the next episode starts, I will have iron back on the belts, and we'll have this Saphirite ore being processed. And I think I'm out of belts. Yep, there we go. But we're getting there slowly. It's nearly to a point where we can actually get some production up and running again. I also need a Saphirite silo. That needs to go down here. And yeah, I've got silos down there for the iron and copper. It's a slow process. It's a slow day, but we're getting there. So I'll wrap this episode up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays or metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe to the YouTube channel, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. My armed forces. Or something. Your guess is as good as mine. Oh, wow! He's got a horse!